I'm Johnny DiLoretto, and today on Out and About Columbus, it's all about the bride. We're going to talk about how to preserve your wedding dress, what entertainers to hire for your reception, and I'll be telling you about what kind of diamonds to get for your engagement ring. Aisle, get it? Like walking down the aisle. Aisle, be telling you that? Aisle? No, that's not good. Okay.
DeSantis Florist has been a family-owned and operated business since 1927. Their attention to service, quality, and freshness, as well as creativity, have contributed to their success. We spent some time at the Kenny Road store with Michelle and Debbie to learn how they can help you plan the flowers for your special wedding day. So, Michelle, how can you guys help someone get that wedding just the way it should be?
Well, we'll talk to them, we'll listen to what they want, and we'll try to show them the options that they have and come up with their ideal wedding. People love roses, orchids, Gerber daisies, freesias, mini calla lilies, a large variety of flowers. And no one wedding is like another wedding. They're all different, and each person has their own style and their own taste, and that's what we cater to.
Yeah. So what's the most unusual thing you've seen somebody request?
Oh my gosh, Mike, we've had so many people get so many different things, and it is, well, like Michelle said, it's how you make a wedding unique and everything. One year we had a bride that wanted to have fresh strawberry plants in her bouquets, and we did strawberries in it. We've had a girl that wanted Fuji mums, and we've grown Fuji mums in it. We've had girls that do all green bouquets, and that's actually becoming very popular again with brides doing all mixed greens. So you'll have all kinds of shapes and textures and interests and everything. Just all kinds of different things.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's some of those popular things you're seeing right now?
Every girl wants to be have her own wedding. She wants it to be her own look and bring out her own personality and everything. And a lot of girls, they'll do like hydrangeas. Bright colors are really popular right now. Oranges and lime greens, and then you'll have a girl that'll go to like a mustard color, and then you'll have another girl wants romance, so she does pale pinks and lavenders, and may have lily of the valley or stephanotis, and everybody is different. Michelle and I can have 7-8 weddings in one weekend, and every one of them will be different, and you'll be working on one and you'll say, oh my gosh, I love this one, and you work on the next one and you go, oh my gosh, I love this one even more.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com.
At Green Organics International, they believe overall wellness is the basis of all happiness in life, built upon honesty, integrity, and transparency, with a vision and mission to provide affordable, life-changing products and an income opportunity that empowers people to create a healthier, wealthier lifestyle. Green Organics International Medical Science Advisory Board member Dr. Norman Raymond has 30 years of experience in women's health care as an OB/GYN. I spoke with Dr. Raymond about some of the products offered by Green Organics International.
So I understand there's a new product out there called Sesso Dolce. Tell us about that.
Sesso Dolce is incredible. In fact, it's the only product of its kind that I will endorse. It's 100% organic, a blend of essential oils with sesame oil and so many of its sister oils as well. And it's non-toxic.
Well, with all those products out there that address these issues, you recommend Sesso Dolce. What is it going to do for us?
You know, Sesso Dolce has a twofold effect. First of all, it addresses a woman's health, sexual health, and also it's very therapeutic and keeping them young. Sexual health, it's very warm, it has a tingly feeling, and it really enhances the entire sexual experience. Therapeutically, when these wonderful odors go to the brain puts it out in the body, and your entire body can feel it.
Well, with all those products out there that address these issues, what is this going to do for us? Why do you recommend it?
I really recommend Sesso Dolce. It has a twofold effect. It addresses sexual health with a woman, like things like desire, arousal, excitation, orgasm, if we say. Therapeutically, it just increases energy. The whole feeling of I'm alive. This is what it's about. And for that moment, it's everything.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com. Gigis Cupcakes is the perfect way to get rid of that sweet tooth. Featuring cupcakes of all shapes, sizes, and flavors, Gigis has any style that you can imagine. Gluten-free and cheesecake options are available for purchase as well. Dawn and Stacy told us how Gigis Cupcakes can be an affordable and practical option to the traditional wedding cake.
Gigis Cupcakes started in Memphis, Tennessee 5 years ago. They are, it is a franchise business, but they handpick their owners personally, and we were privileged to have opened up in this community on December the 15th of this last year. We have the large cupcakes, and we have over 33 different flavors to choose from on a rotating daily menu. We have the 150 plus cupcake recipes. And each morning, early, about 4 o'clock in the morning, our bakers are in, baking from scratch and making every cupcake for Gigis every morning. Wedding cake and the Scarlet's Red Velvet, those are our two best sellers. Tradition is usually what comes to mind for a bride. We also make a 6-inch or an 8-inch cutting cake at the top, and we have a wedding tier that looks like your traditional 3-tiered wedding cake. And you can choose multiple flavors to put on your cupcakes. Your cutting cake you can have to cut for the ceremony, and then also have for your first-year anniversary for the bride and groom to share. Well, the cost is relative as well. It's pretty inexpensive per cupcake, and you can go from 150 guests, 300 guests, to even 10 guests at your wedding ceremony.
It's a fun and simple process. They could either go to Gigis Cupcakes USA/weddings to look at it, or they could call us and schedule a tasting. I ask anything from your colors to your theme to your likes of flavors, and we customize it to what the bride and groom wish to have.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Opened in December 1998 by Dell and Susan Smith, Smith Laundry operated as a self-serve coin laundry. Over the years, the business has made many additions and changes. One of those additions was the table linen rental business. We stopped by this diverse, growing business and learned a lot about linens for your special day.
We started as a small floor mat rental company back in 1999, doing just local business floors, and our slogan was, if you have a door and a floor, you need our service. And it slowly expanded into doing restaurants and clubs, doing towel and apron rentals. And when we picked up more restaurants, they were using napkins, and so we started doing napkins. And about 5 years ago, we really got into the linen business. We started by originally purchasing imported linens, which were nice, but not near as nice as the domestic linens. They are much more expensive to purchase up front, the domestics, but they're a much better quality. We use a fabric called spun poly for most of our linens. With very few exceptions, then we use a polyester, which is a much lighter weight and a shinier fabric. The spun poly irons out so nice, and we hang our linens instead of folding them, so you get fewer creases. And in stock, we have 30 colors of napkins for brides to choose from. We can get linens to match those 30 colors that we have in stock. Currently we have 11 in stock colors for our linens, so we have a nice variety. We have them in a variety of sizes. We have squares, rectangles, circles.
OutandAboutColumbus.com is your inside source for all of Columbus entertainment, events, and information. Check it out now. Stay up to date with all the latest news, events, and information from Out and About Columbus by liking us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Out and About Columbus. The McGrath Team. Whether you're buying a home, selling a home, or just wanting to know more about real estate, they are ready to serve you and assist you in all your real estate needs. Their team of qualified real estate professionals have an accumulative experience of more than 90 years in the business. We stopped by to talk to Kurt McGrath about first-time home buyers.
We assist first-time home buyers by inviting them into our office and introducing them to the options to purchase a home with our 8 certified licensed team members. We have people that qualify them so we can figure out exactly how much they can afford per month on a monthly basis for their mortgage, taxes, principal, interest, and insurance. So we do a complete pre-qualification, and then we begin their personalized service of setting them up a confidential computer search so they can figure out exactly where they want to live in relationship to the price that they can afford. Once we find a home that they desire, we then begin the negotiation process, and we find out what the buyer can offer versus what the seller is willing to take. So we once again negotiate a price that's satisfactory to all parties, and then we fall into the inspection phase and the processing of the financing phase. We help the buyer sit down and find a lender that they're comfortable with, and we make sure that all terms of the contract are negotiated to the buyer's satisfaction. Once that's completed, we then find the loan, we get the loan processed and completed, we go to a closing. Based on market indicators, the real estate industry is poised to rebound. Contact the McGrath Team to find out what you can afford to purchase. We are also taking new listings daily. If you're interested in selling, contact the McGrath Team, your one-stop shop for real estate.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com. For all your catering needs, Affairs by Beth Catering is a quality catering business who delivers delicious homemade cuisine. With experienced caterers and meticulous cooks, you can rely on them to provide you with an elegant dining experience. We were out and about to learn the quality and detail they put into each and every catering job.
Everyone asks, who's Beth? Beth was my mother. She started the business in 1970 when our brother was graduating, as well as his friends, but they were going off to Vietnam, so they needed to get married first. So who else better to start a catering company than Beth Heckner? We can supply from 2 to 2,000. We love any type of event. It could be a wedding, it could be a company picnic, graduation party, personal in-home party, corporate lunch, in-home lunch, it doesn't matter. We've pretty much stuck with the same recipes throughout the year. However, due to dietary changes, we've had to satisfy the gluten-free, the sugar diabetes, the vegans, and the vegetarians, and there's a few others. So we've kind of adjusted our menus to suit their needs as well. We have lots of menus. What I'd like to do when the customer first calls is kind of interview them. And especially if it's a bride, we always say, in a perfect world, because we want this to be your perfect day. Do you have a budget set aside, or do you have a particular buffet that you'd like to see? And we just ask them to go from there. And then hopefully, after we price out the buffet, we add on for the linens, the glasses, dishware, service, any of those services that they need. Hopefully we're at a happy medium. If not, we just make an adjustment. I have to give a little, she might have to give a little, but we always seem to meet in a happy place.
Outandaboutcolumbus.com is your inside source for all of Columbus entertainment, events, and information. Check it out now. When you bring your gown to Dublin Cleaners for any pre-wedding services or after-wedding services, your gown will be gently and expertly handled by their customer service representatives. When you want the very best, Dublin Cleaners has the expertise to do it right. We were out and about in Dublin and learned more about this very special service from Brian Butler.
The wedding dress is probably actually it's definitely the most important garment that anyone will ever buy. And they want it to look their absolute best. It's a 5-hour garment, maybe 8. And so taking the time to, before the wedding, get it steamed and pressed out to look its absolute best is a very important thing to do. We've seen countless things done with wedding dresses after the wedding, and most are that granddaughters wear wedding dresses. Daughters don't seem to want to wear their mother's dresses. I think it's just a little bit too tight a relationship. And the way styles cycle too. And it becomes very antique and very stylish to wear a grandmother's or maybe a great aunt's wedding dress. And so that's probably the most popular thing we see. There's quite a few steps to preserving a dress. The first and most basic is to evaluate and remove spots and stains. Those things don't typically come out in dry cleaning, so that's all done by hand. So it'll be dry cleaned maybe a few times, even not always just once. go through a number of light spectrum inspections, and really be stabilized and finished to restore the shape and luster of the fabric. At that point, then it comes here to this facility. These ladies will go through another round of inspection as they're working. Obviously, everybody's inspected at every step. And so they're going to pack it and preserve it in a way that it's shaped without any strong creases or without any sharp folds. Pack it with all acid-free, not just acid inert, but completely acid-free packaging, and contain it in a chest that brides actually have access to. That way they can take it out, they're given special gloves and look at it every few years or every decade or so, and make sure everything is staying stable just the way it ought to.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com. Weddings, business meetings, holiday celebrations, and retreats. The Four Seasons Columbus provides you and your guests with the best Columbus has to offer. With over 9,000 square feet of interior and exterior space, they can accommodate any size group for any type of event. I spoke with Enrico about all of their amazing services at the Four Seasons Columbus.
So Enrico, I cannot think of a more beautiful place to host a wedding or event. Tell us what you do here.
Well, thank you so much, Renee. Thanks for coming over. We're very happy. We're located in Hilliard. We're the Four Seasons Columbus. We do weddings, meetings, conferences, but this place is just special and very beautiful for weddings. So located in Hilliard, very easily accessible off 270, ample parking. We do ceremonies, receptions, or just receptions. And just as you will see in a moment, the space is just lovely. People come in, get amazed by the wonderful settings, the food, and our amazing service. And of course, what you see behind us here, this wonderful fireplace.
Well, what I love is that you do it all here. It's a one-stop shop. You don't have to go out and get anybody because you can provide it all for us. Let's talk about that.
Yes, we like to be a one-stop shop for the bride. That still gives the bride a lot of flexibility. We don't want to say, okay, this is the way we're doing it and the bride has no input, but we like to give our service so that the bride doesn't have to worry about multiple things. Yeah, so we oversee, we can do all the food, all the beverages, all the linens, it's all handled in here. We do all the planning for them, as well as also help pick them with their vendors, and also during the evening help work with the vendors to make sure that they don't have to worry about anything. So we try to make it a very comfortable environment for the bride, so that when the bride is ready to get married, if the ceremony is here, or if they are married and coming into their place to do the celebration, that they don't have to worry about anything and just can celebrate.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com. Wedding photography is one of the main ways the bride and groom remember that beautiful day. Why settle for anything less than the best? Benjamin Scott Photography is an award-winning photographer with a timeless style and a modern flair. We sat down with Benjamin to talk about the importance of having a great photographer at your wedding.
I've been shooting weddings for about 7 years now. It's crazy how fast the time has flown. The last few years I've been doing wedding films, and this has been a way for me to provide clients with a really short, highly cinematic view of their wedding day, and it's something that's really good for them to share with their friends and family. And instead of sitting around watching an hour of their ceremony, they can share this short, pretty cool video of their wedding, and people really tend to latch onto that. Wedding photography is one of the most important parts. Obviously that's easy for me to say being a photographer, but I think it's really important that you do put aside a pretty good chunk of your budget for it, because it's the only gift that you're giving to yourself. All the other money you spend on your wedding is pretty much for your guests. Food, drinks, entertainment, any of the decorations, all that stuff is sort of for your guests. And yeah, you get to enjoy it too, but in the end, the only thing you get to walk away with is your photos. So I think it's really important that you do invest the money up front and make sure that down the road you're going to be really happy with what you get in the end. As far as what sets me apart from others, I try to have a timeless approach. So I don't try to get caught up with trendy or flashy photos, and I feel like I lose a lot of business because of this, but I feel like in the end it is really important for your photos to last, for you to like them now, 10 years from now, and 100 years from now. I try to provide all my clients with something that you know, 50 years from now, looking back, they're not going to be laughing at their photos and say, oh, that was 2012 when we used to do that. So I want everything to be cool then and cool now. So that's what I strive for.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com. Columbus Musicians is an organization run by professional musicians with one goal: to create beautiful music for our clients at every opportunity. Their musicians always have the educational credentials, the professional experience, and the artistic ability to perform masterpieces time and time again. Columbus Musicians specialize in weddings, parties, and social events. Ian Jones told us how you can book an event today.
Columbus Musicians LLC is a company that specializes in providing ceremony music for weddings, cocktail hours, receptions. We also have a very large repertoire of not only traditional and classical music, but going on into music by the Beatles, even Coldplay, Jason Mraz, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga. Our string quartet can play a lot of different music. I work personally with everybody involved. From the bride herself to grooms and their families. I give them basically every answer to their questions before they ask it. And then when they do have questions that I haven't already answered, I work diligently to give them exactly what they want, whenever they want it. We are the most flexible company in Columbus that does provide wedding ceremony music. We play at all the local wedding venues here in Central Ohio. We play at all the churches, synagogues, really anywhere you could want us to play. Anywhere you're going to get married or have a cocktail party or reception, we'll be there. Go to my website at musicianscolumbus.com, or you can contact me at musicianscolumbus@gmail.com or at 614-886-7724.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Red Robin is known for their gourmet hamburgers, but there are many other changes happening at Red Robin that keeps this restaurant on top. We were out in the Easton area where we made our way to Red Robin and talked with the manager, Chad, who told us about some great new changes and future plans for the chain, along with a loyalty program like no other. What do they say, Red Robin, yum?
Yes, they do, definitely.
Well, Chad, tell us a little bit about Red Robin.
Well, Red Robin started back in 1969 in Seattle, Washington. We've been around for over 40 years now. There's over 470 locations in America and Canada.
That's amazing. A lot of growth.
It's a lot of growth. Featuring our gourmet cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, we have wraps, we have soups, we have salads, so a wide variety on the menu. Probably our biggest feature is our signature bottomless steak fries, which bottomless means free, and it's a big deal.
Well, let's talk about the Red Robin Royalty Program.
Excellent, I'm glad you asked. The Royalty is a chance for guests to basically have a frequency, diner's card. Basically, you come in, you set it up, and the best benefit of it is you get a free burger on your birthday. For those who say you don't get a free lunch anymore, they're wrong. All you have to do is ask your server for a card. You go online, you register the card, and your benefits start right away.
Yeah. Okay, we're at Red Robin Easton, and I understand you guys have went through some transformation in this bar area where we're sitting now.
Trying to show to our guests that we are more than just the family restaurant. We also have an adult side to us. So on one portion of the restaurant is 21 years and over only, so adults only, and it's a great place to grab a gourmet burger, enjoy a beer, sit back and relax with friends.
You have what, 5 locations in Central Ohio?
We have 5 locations in Central Ohio. We have 4 regular Red Robin locations, and then on campus we have our Burger Works location.
Want to learn more about any of today's show guests? Go to outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Since 2000, Worthington Jewelers has offered one-of-a-kind jewelry creations to celebrate once-in-a-lifetime events. Family-owned and operated, Worthington Jewelers was created to give Central Ohio customers a source for high-quality, yet affordable, one-of-a-kind jewelry. Johnny caught up with co-owner Joe Davis to talk about the selections and savings you can find today at their bridal show.
I'm like blinded by all the sparkly diamonds in this place. It is crazy sparkling here, beautiful stuff. At the end of this show, you guys open up, right? You open for business and you have this big bridal show going on. So tell me all about it. Great deals?
Awesome deals. Today's the last day of our big bridal show. It's our biggest show of the year. We brought in about 6,500 extra rings, cleared out the whole front of the shop. It's all engagement rings and wedding bands in addition to what we normally have.
Okay.
All the vendors gave us a discount. We're doing an automatic, if you buy one, get the second item, whatever you want, half price.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, no, but that's a great deal, and this is the last day of that.
Today's the last day, yeah.
Okay. Now, when couples come in here and they're looking for engagement rings, how do you help them out? I mean, is there a lot of, like, I can imagine coming in here, a guy wants one thing, the girl wants another thing. Do you negotiate those relationships? How do you help them find the right?
We're a little different from most stores. Nobody here's on commission.
Okay.
So we don't do the high pressure sale. We don't do the big sales pitch. You're not going to see a guy in a polyester suit coming out going, hey, how you doing? Good. No.
That's terrible.
It is. It's horrible. It's more of a consultation. We're going to sit down, talk to everybody. We're going to slow down, take our time. I'm in no hurry. Want to make sure we do the right thing.
Yeah.
We make the majority of what we sell. So it's real easy to take her idea, his idea, put it together, figure out where really everything fits together, and ultimately she's going to be wearing it. Okay. Sometimes we have to remind the guy, bring your taste to it, but make sure it's something she's really going to want to wear forever.
Now, what about the diamonds themselves? What are your diamonds like?
The diamonds themselves, we have a huge inventory for this weekend. We really stocked up for the year anyways. Just came back from a trade show, so our diamond wallet is full.
For more information about this or any of our guests, go to our website, outandaboutcolumbus.com.
Their highly entertaining photo booth from Infinity Photo Booth will complement your wedding or special event and provide a memorable keepsake for all those that attend. Specializing in creating unlimited fun for your guests of all ages and a perfect personalized experience for you. We had a ball trying this out and found out more about the photo booth experience from Carrie and Rick Kostler. Why would you want one of these at your event?
Photo booths are a lot of fun. They offer entertainment. It gives your guests an opportunity to take pictures and have memories that'll last for a lifetime.
They put on these silly hats and all this boas and all this stuff, and you've got all that stuff, right?
Yes, we always have a full variety of props, hats, glasses, boas. We have stick props. We're just trying to give everybody a total range. And it's funny, as the night goes on, people loosen up and enjoy the booth and become rock stars in their own right.
Why would someone select Infinity Photo Booth?
Well, I can tell you one thing that we do here at bridal shows that we've been working. We have all of different competitors there, so the brides do go around and try everybody out, and we repeatedly get people come back to our booth and say, we've checked them all out now, and we think you're the best. Your quality of photos seem better than everybody. Your prices are very competitive, and we just like the look of your booth. It's very sleek, fits into any type of environment. Our pricing is all inclusive, so it makes it real easy to know what you're getting. It includes unlimited photos, like Rick said. People can come and go as much as they want. We have an outside monitor on our booth, which you'll see, and that definitely adds that entertainment component that Rick mentioned, because your guests, as they're waiting in line, are able to see the fun that everybody inside the booth is having.
Or poke their head in on the middle, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
OutandAboutColumbus.com is your inside source for all of Columbus entertainment, events, and information. Check it out now.